So in this video we're going to talk about open and closed walks. Now this video is going to be really straightforward and easy, but it's important to get it clear in your head because there's going to be another video about something called trails and another video about something called paths, and we need to make sure that we understand what each one is and the subtle differences between them. So walks are the easiest, and it's a very simple idea. Here are our towns, town A, B, C, D, and E, and a person is going to walk from town to town to town. Now, the walk that they might do is from A to B, from B to C, from C to E. Okay, and that might be where they finish. So, if you want to write that walk down, you can write it down like this. A, B, C, E. And that is our walk. Now, it's a bit strange. This guy has left town A. He's walked through B, through C, and through E. We call this an open walk. Open walk. Sorry about squeaking. And it's called an open walk because it starts and ends at different vertices. Okay, so you can probably imagine what a closed walk is. So a closed walk will start and end at the same vertex. So obviously I can close this walk up by moving from E to A. And now that is a classic example of a closed walk. Let's put the example in there. A to B to C to E and back to A. Now I should put some arrows in to show the direction that my walker is walking in. Okay, now I just want to go through some other open and closed walks because a walk can really look like a lot of different things. You can do whatever you want when it comes to walks. Alright, so I've cleaned up my network. Let's go for another walk. We might start at D and then we might move from E to C, and then I'm going to go from C back to D, and then I'm going to go through this loop, and then I'm going to go back to C because I enjoyed it so much, and then I'm going to go from C to B. Okay, that's enough. Let's write that walk down. So I started at D, I went to E, then I went to C, then I went back to D, then I did the loop, which means I went back to D, and then I went back to C, and then I went to B, and I'm finished. Now, at the moment, that is an open walk because it starts and ends at different vertices. But the thing that I want you to see here is two things. I went to the same vertex a number of times. I went to D, I started at D, and I went back to D twice. I went to C twice. So a walk can visit a town multiple times. The other thing I want you to see here is that roads or edges were visited multiple times as well. I walked along that road twice. Okay, so in a walk, anything goes. You can walk to the same town multiple times. You can walk along the same edge multiple times. Now, we're going to talk about paths and trails coming up, and those, we're going to put some restrictions on that when it comes to paths and trails. But with a walk, anything goes. At the moment, that's an open walk, and I might just close the walk up to finish that video. So he goes from A to E, back to D, and it's finished. It's very easy to tell if a walk is closed or not. Just look at the first and last letters. If the first and last letters are the same, then it must be a closed walk. Alright, those are open and closed walks.